Personally, I think in a three-dimensional world that two wheels is at least one too few. But Matt over here is a lot braver than I am, and he loves to ride his motorcycle. So Matt, where do you want to start with hints on how to handle a motorcycle?
Let's start with the curve, Jim.
On approaching the curve, determine a safe entry speed. Cues from signage, the curve geometry, road surface, and the weather will assist with that decision. If it is necessary to gear down, do so before entering and maintain that gear while in the curve. Enter at a safe speed, and if the curve is blind, lower the entry speed. Look as far around the curve as possible to help maintain a smooth line. If the curve is to the left, choose the right tire track. If the curve is to the right, keep as far left as possible without risking conflict with oncoming traffic. Selecting a line through the curve that produces a shallower curve is also an option. If the curve has a short sight distance, select the tire track that provides the longest sight distance. Apply power while in the curve to maintain a constant speed and balance. Begin smooth acceleration near the end of the curve to resume speed on the straight.
As you can see, there's a lot more to consider when taking a curve on a motorcycle.
Now, obviously, if we're parallel parking, as you mentioned earlier, and three-point turns, not an issue for motorcycles. So let's go straight to business and residential areas.
While riding in a business area, consider the numerous places where vehicles and pedestrians could enter the road. Intersections, business entrances, institutions, construction sites, pedestrian crossings, and railway crossings are just some of the potential road entrances. Check left and right at these entrances and the mirrors every 5 to 10 seconds. The busier the traffic, the more frequent the mirror checks should take place. Select the lane that provides the safest, clear travel for through traffic, usually the curb lane. However, if the curb lane is obstructed by traffic or other hazards, the center lane may be your best choice. Select the left tire track for the curb lane and the right tire track for the center lane. Do not go over the lane boundaries. To maintain good lane selection, search the traffic well ahead, 12 to 15 seconds, and change lanes or speed to avoid potential problems. Maintain a steady rate of speed if possible, and avoid exceeding the speed limit or unreasonable low speeds. Keep a minimum of a 2 to 3 second gap in front, but if tailgated by a following vehicle, increase the gap. On a multi-lane road, try to keep space on both sides and avoid traveling in the blind spots of other drivers. In slow traffic, avoid following large vehicles that block vision ahead. When stopping, keep at least one motorcycle in length behind the vehicle ahead. While riding in a residential area, check for activity at entrances to schools, pedestrian crossings, sidewalks, and any other locations that might pose a traffic hazard. Look left and right at these locations for vehicles and pedestrians about to enter the road. Check the mirrors every 5 to 10 seconds, and if traffic is heavy, check more frequently. Generally, use the left tire track, but if there are no lane markings, stay on the traveled portion of the road. On a wide residential street, stay toward the center of the road, away from parked cars and pedestrian traffic on the sidewalk. While in a bend of the road or a hill, adjust the tire track position to minimize the risk of colliding with oncoming vehicles. Look well ahead, 12 to 15 seconds, for potential hazards or obstructions, and adjust lane position if necessary. And when stopped in traffic, keep a minimum of one motorcycle length behind the vehicle in front. Maintain a steady speed when possible, but adjust speed to avoid potential hazards or obstructions. Keep a minimum of 2 to 3 second gap in front, and if tailgated by a following vehicle, increase the gap or change lanes. On a multi-lane road, Try to keep open space on both sides and avoid traveling in others' blind spots. Before slowing down on the approach to the intersection, check traffic in front, to the rear with the mirrors and the blind spots. Change lanes if necessary, into the leftmost or curb lane before the turn. Choose the right tire track on this 2-lane road. Signal before slowing down and decelerate at a steady rate using the brakes. Gear down when appropriate for the speed of the vehicle and keep a minimum of a 2 to 3 second gap in front. If there is a vehicle in front, stop one motorcycle length back to ensure space to drive around if necessary. Come to a full stop with both brakes on and put down the left foot. While stopped, maintain braking to avoid rolling ahead or back and to allow the rear brake light to remain on. Move forward when traffic conditions allow, to start the turn or to check for traffic on the intersecting street. While stopped, monitor the traffic all around and just before entering the intersection, look left, center, and right to ensure the way is clear. Do not try to avoid stopping by moving at a speed so slow that the motorcycle becomes unstable. Do not back up. Keep both feet on the pegs and do not change gears during the turn. Turn at a steady speed to maintain control and not disrupt traffic. Choose the left tire track of the corresponding lane and accelerate to traffic speed. Cancel the signal and check the mirrors for the new traffic situation. On a right turn, move to the near lane of the intersecting road, but if that lane is blocked, move directly to the next available lane. Before slowing down on the approach to the intersection, check traffic in front, to the rear via the mirrors, and the blind spots. Decelerate at a steady rate using the brakes, and gear down when appropriate for the speed of the motorcycle. Keep a minimum of a 2 to 3 second gap in front. If there is no vehicle in front, stop before reaching the limit line. If there is a vehicle in front, stop one motorcycle length back to ensure space to drive around if necessary. Do not try to avoid stopping by moving at a speed so slow that the motorcycle becomes unstable. Come to a stop with both brakes on and put the left foot down. While stopped, maintain braking to avoid rolling ahead or back and allowing the rear brake to remain illuminated. Do not move forward until traffic conditions allow a check for intersecting traffic or to cross the intersection. Do not back up. While stopped, monitor the traffic all around. Before entering the intersection, check left, center, and right to ensure the way is clear. Do not change gears while crossing the intersection and accelerate to blend in with the traffic. Check the mirrors to see the new traffic situation. On the approach to the intersection, check traffic in front, to the rear via the mirrors, and maintain speed. If it is necessary to slow down, use the brakes to decelerate at a steady rate and gear down when appropriate for the speed of the motorcycle. Keep a minimum of a 2 to 3 second gap in front. Look left, center, and right before entering the intersection. And do not change tire tracks while in the intersection. If the lane is blocked by a vehicle turning left or a vehicle edging out from the right, slow down or stop instead of turning out to go around. Do not change gears while crossing the intersection and check the mirrors at or before resuming traffic speed.